I just got out of the shower and I remembered that since I have my CAT scan tomorrow, I have to remove all 10 of my earrings. 6 of which have to be removed with tools. It's gonna take me at least an hour and there will be bloodshed. My poor ears. They're so red now and swollen.
Hey everybody, so as I'm sure you gathered from that little vlog story just now, I just recently had a CAT scan done, and it was not my first CAT scan. I had my first CAT scan about 2 years ago, so I was 14, and I'm just here to tell you like what it's like. Not everyone goes through things like this, and I have a long history with medical stuff, so it's a pretty interesting story, and I thought that you guys might like to hear about it. So here we go. So first things first, I should probably tell you why I got my CAT scans done, because obviously everyone can get a CAT scan done for different reasons. So right about here on my chest, I have a condition called pectus excavatum, which sort of makes my chest incave on itself, moving around all my organs such as my lungs and heart and displacing the rib cage. So I get asked the question a lot, is it painful? It can be uncomfortable every now and then, but it really isn't painful 24/7. It's mostly the way it looks, but there also are conditions such as asthma, shortness of breath. I can't run, I can't work out too hard, I can't do things like that, very physical things. But other than that, I'm a perfect member of society. So I'm thinking about sometime soon getting that fixed through surgery. So obviously I needed to get some tests done, such as the CAT scan, so that they could see where exactly my ribs are, my organs, so that whenever they go through with surgery, they won't puncture a lung or something. Obviously, I had another CAT scan done when I was 14, and that was originally when I wanted to get the surgery done, but it's very invasive and it's very painful process, and I sort of got really scared. You know, I was just a little 14-year-old girl, right? So I backed out last minute, and now I'm 16 years old, and it really is the deadline. Like, if I don't get it done now, then I won't be able to get it done ever again. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through with it. So that is why I'm getting my CAT scan done, is for that reason. I can probably get more into my condition in a separate video if you guys want me to, but this video is specifically about CAT scans and what exactly it's like. So let's go ahead and get into that real quick. So as you can see in the video I took of the machine, it's like this tube and a bed underneath it, which goes into the tube, or no, yeah, the bed moves, not the tube. So the bed moves and the tube doesn't move itself, but you can see like glass inside the tube, and through the glass you can see this like really cool sci-fi looking ring, and that thing spins round and round and round and takes photos of you 360. So it's super cool, and it talks to you too. Like, to me, it told me to breathe in and breathe out, and it told me to hold my breath, and I don't remember it doing that when I was 14. It was very, very different when I was 14. When I was 14, it was super duper loud and like made a lot of clicking sounds, and it was so noisy and annoying, and the room was super dark, and it was just an overall really scary experience. But now it's like super quick, easy, subtle, doesn't make any sound except for talking. It talks to me. It was a girl voice. It was like Siri telling me to breathe in and breathe out. It was super cool. I liked it, and overall it was pretty quick. So they took the photos of my chest, and then after they take the photos, you have to wait for them to print out the disc, and I have it somewhere. I'll go find it for you guys. So here it is, just like a CD that you would play music on. It's just this disc. So high tech. So, I said that when I was 14 it was noisy, right? But my mom actually just recently had a CAT scan done for her shoulder, and she said that it was super loud to the point where she had to wear headphones. So maybe it's loud depending on what exactly it's scanning for. Or maybe it's loud depending on the machine. Because it definitely was not the same hospital that I was in whenever I was 14 years old. So some of them are noisy and some of them are not. But it's super cool. Like, it's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's so high tech and like sci-fi-y, like shooting lasers. There's red lasers and green lasers, and you can see them coming out from the glass, and it just spins around you. It's super cool. It's a really unique experience, and I don't know, it was just fascinating. So another cool thing about CAT scans and things like that is that people who aren't getting a scan done have to wear these giant like vests, really heavy vests that protect them from the radiation. So like they're super duper heavy, and I forgot what they're made out of. I think they're made out of some sort of metal to protect you from the radiation. But if you are getting the CAT scan done also, you also have to wear some sort of that thing, the vest thing, but it's in a different shape. It's almost like a blanket. And they put mine like right here on my stomach to protect my stomach. They didn't put anything up here, so that's a little concerning. But yeah, to protect you from the radiation, they use these big metal heavy vest thing, blanket things. Pretty interesting stuff. Here's some kind of scary facts about CAT scans. If you do it too many times, you do risk radiation poisoning, and if you do it for too long, you risk radiation poisoning. So you gotta really like trust the dude that's in control of the machine. And the nurse that was with me at the time, he was super chill, he was super cool, and he made the process seem, you know, bearable. I remember with my scan, he wanted me to raise my hands above my head and breathe in and hold it for a really, really long time and then breathe out. And I had to breathe out like all the air, so I was struggling. I was like, ah. Because if I didn't breathe out all the air, we had to do it again, and it was just so frustrating because it hurt. I was like, ah, there's no more air in there, what do you mean? So that was like my experience with CAT scans. Really wasn't that bad, wasn't that scary. Doesn't hurt, you don't feel anything besides the weight of the giant metal vest and breathing out too hard. Really nothing to worry about. If you have to go do a CAT scan sometime soon, no problem, no problemo. It might be a little intimidating at first because I remember when I was 14, it really was intimidating and it was scary, and the room was super dark and everyone like hid in the corner with their big metal vests on, and it was kind of scary, but it really isn't that bad and you have nothing to worry about, trust me. So yeah, I think that's all I really have to tell you today about my CAT scan story. This was sort of coming out about my upcoming surgery and announcing it, and so that was pretty exciting. Other than that, this video was totally random. Like, no one actually really cares about CAT scans unless you're actually getting a CAT scan done, right? But I figured, why not tell this little story? It's kind of interesting, right? So thanks for watching. I hope you guys were entertained, even in the slightest, and wish me luck on my upcoming surgery. I will keep you guys posted and updated as much as I can. Peace.